Greetings, I'm Tim of Govberg, and welcome to the world of Vacheron Constantin. Today we're discussing the correct operation and care for the Vacheron Constantin Overseas Chronograph in stainless steel. The third generation 2016 Overseas Chronograph features a manufacturer caliber 5200 secured to 150 meters of water resistance when used properly. This automatic winding watch can be wound manually should it ever wind down. By withdrawing the crown from its threaded and flush position against the case, it can be wound by turning the crown approximately 20 turns clockwise, at which point the motion of the seconds hand and the beat of the balance can be independently observed. At this point, the watch can wind itself via the natural action of the case-back winding rotor, or it can be manually wound to its 54-hour power reserve capacity using the crown. It's important to note that this automatic winding watch cannot be overwound by either manual or automatic means, as the mainspring bridle will simply slip when it reaches capacity. Once the watch is wound and running, the timepiece can be used in either of two setting modes. The first sets the date. In the second position, the crown can be turned clockwise to rapidly cycle the quick set date window at 4:30. This is useful should the watch run down or should the user encounter a month of irregular length. It's critical to note that the watch must never be rapidly advanced through the date, as the date set is in action by automatic means between 8 p.m. and 4 a.m. Never use the quick set date during the hours of 8 p.m. and 4 a.m., as attempting to jump the date while it is engaged automatically can damage the mechanism. In the third position, the crown can be used for setting the timepiece by turning it clockwise and adjusting to the desired hour and minute. Once the time is set, always return the crown to its fully threaded and flush position against the case. This assures both security against displacement and damage, as well as the 150 meter rated water resistance of the watch. Both of the chronograph pushers are also of a screw-down nature, and they should be flush to the case before the watch is exposed to moisture and submerged. Whenever water is present on the case or the watch is submerged, the crowns should always be threaded in and flush to the case. Their functions should never be exercised when the timepiece is wet or submerged. It's important to note that the water resistance of a watch must be maintained over time by vigilance, and Vacheron Constantin recommends taking this watch to an authorized dealer or boutique on a yearly basis to have it water tested to ensure factory hermeticity ratings. 150 meter water resistance, rated by Vacheron Constantin for bathing, swimming, and shallow snorkeling, gives this watch outstanding, robust water resistance that nevertheless must be maintained with smart care methodology. Saltwater exposure entails cleaning with fresh water. Exposure to caustic chemicals such as chlorine or detergents should always be met with cleaning afterwards using a soft cloth and fresh water. It's also important to note that the chronograph functions, actuated by the pushers at 2 and 4, should always be used in sequence, the correct sequence being start and stop using the pusher at 2 o'clock and reset using the 4 o'clock pusher. Actuating them out of sequence, for instance, starting the chronograph and then pressing the reset trigger, can damage the movement. Vacheron Constantin endows the Overseas with a soft iron paramagnetic coil around the movement itself, and this can offer substantial magnetic resistance up to a density of 25,000 amperes per meter. However, should the watch be magnetized by extreme electromagnetic fields, such as those produced by magnetic resonance imaging machinery, it can be taken to a Vacheron Constantin authorized dealer where specialized equipment exists to demagnetize the hairspring and restore chronometric performance. The watch also features Vacheron Constantin's 2016 quick-release lugs, an unprecedented system that allows the user to remove the bracelet or strap simply by depressing a pull tab using a finger. This steel timepiece features two accessory straps, one of which is a soft vulcanized natural rubber with deployant clasp, and the other of which is identically equipped with a deployant clasp, but features rectangular scale black alligator leather and the same quick release hardware. To rejoin the bracelet to the case. Simply place the bracelet into the track within the lug, hear the click, give it a firm tug to ensure security, and the watch has been swapped from strap to bracelet and back. Vacheron Constantin recommends servicing a complicated watch such as this Overseas Chronograph every 3 to 4 years. It's critical to service the watch exclusively with authorized Vacheron Constantin service centers, such as boutiques and authorized dealers, because these are the exclusive domain of trained personnel, specialized factory service equipment, and original Vacheron Constantin factory parts. Only by availing yourself of these factory resources can you maintain the functional and investment integrity of your timepiece, as well as the factory service warranty on all work performed. Learn more about the use and the care of the Vacheron Constantin Overseas Chronograph on the manufacturer's website, vacheronconstantin.com.